am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? My brain is just mush. Percy, what is wrong with you? This vlog has been interrupted by a fucking wasp. We're about to get some Percy Beth. I don't like wasps. Go away! I had no expectations and somehow they've been reached already. Percy's got all these daddy issues.
Hey, listen!
Hello and good morning, everyone. As you can see by the title, today I am trying something new. I am going to be reading a brand new book that I probably should have read a long time ago. I got into the reading game very late after this book and the movie franchise, etc. all came out, and I have heard nothing but praise for this book. So I thought I would try and read it and vlog my experiences. I do have other vlogs like this, but not quite on this level. Today I'm going to be reading the first Percy Jackson book, which is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. I just really fancied reading a series, getting into a series that is fantasy related and mystical, and I was kind of looking for something that is going to give me what Harry Potter did, but obviously we don't stand J.K. Rowling anymore. So I've decided to give Percy Jackson a go because everyone and their mother always talks about this book, and I thought I'd give it a go just because it might be for me, or it might not be. You never know. Oh my god, there's a wasp in here and it's massive. Oh my fucking god, it's huge. No, 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 no. This vlog has been interrupted by a fucking wasp and I'm freaking out. I've got a film later. Oh my god, wasp, this is a really bad time. I don't like wasps. It's huge. Who invited you, sir? Where's my rent? It's running on my laptop. No, that was expensive. I know I was just literally upstairs, but there was a wasp in my room and so I decided to vacate the premises. I ain't getting stung today. It looks like a big boy, like a beefy boy. We're not gonna let one wasp ruin our experience. Although I do have to go upstairs and actually film a video and get ready and stuff. And there's a wasp in my room. This doesn't make sense with my fantasy. I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't make sense with my fantasy. If you don't know what Percy Jackson is about, it's basically about Percy Jackson, who is an ordinary school kid who doesn't really focus on school, doesn't really focus on the things that his family want him to. After an incident with one of his teachers, his mother decides to confess to Percy that he is actually from a line of demigods, which is essentially like the gods, the Greek gods, I believe. She sends him to Camp Half-Blood to learn about his heritage, where he learns about his father, Poseidon, the god of the sea, which he had no idea who he was related to. Why would you? And that's why he's been struggling at school. Percy sets out on a mission to find the gates of the underworld to prevent a war happening between two gods, which is like anything that's Greek mythology related in the slightest. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I am not the biggest fan of Greek mythology. By that I don't mean that I don't like it and I'm not interested in it, otherwise I wouldn't be wanting to read this book, but I'm not the biggest fan and I'm not gonna be losing my shit because I'm gonna get all the references and stuff. So that might hinder my reading experience of this, but I am still really wanting to try this and to get a sense of what it's about because so many people love it, obviously for good reason, and a lot of people say that this is the thing that got them started on their obsession with Greek mythology. So I'm thinking this is gonna be more of a beginner's text. You know, Percy doesn't really know what's going on and we're gonna be learning through Percy and along with him and the characters and stuff. I'm hoping that this isn't so Greek mythology heavy, like Circe, for instance, or Song of Achilles, which I both do enough because I just didn't understand what was going on. So I'm hoping this will be the opposite of that, where we're learning alongside the characters and we're learning about Greek mythology rather than the author assuming that we already know about it, which is no problem, it's just not for me. But I'm hoping this will not be like that. I'm just really excited to get into this because everyone and their mother loves this book and I'm hoping that I am the same. Apart from this wasp fucking up my entire life, I do have some stuff to do today, which I will not be beaten by a wasp. That is not fucking happening today. I do not want to let it beat me, so I'm gonna try and get on with some stuff anyway. I do want to film a video. I wanted to film my summer book haul, and I'm also going on a date tonight. I'm going bowling. So I am gonna get ready for that, but I'll film in the same clothes I'm gonna wear to the date. So this has just shy of 400 pages. It is a hefty 374, and I think it is also good to note that I will be probably reading this via audiobook because I am kind of in a slump, but I'm still reading because of audiobooks. So I probably will be reading this via audiobook, and we have, I think, 5 or 6 days left of August. So plenty of time to read this, a week to go, and I'm ready to share my reactions with you. But for now, I have to get rid of a wasp. Fucking fuming. Where's Poseidon now? Is there a god of wasps? I need help. I don't want to stop filming because I'm gonna have to go deal with this wasp. I hate my life. Oh my god! I thought that the wasp was gone, so I came back up here and I've just seen him. If you hear buzzing, it's my new friend, alright? What's his name? Percy. Keep it on point. He's going into the ceiling. Percy, the windows... Never mind. You know what? You can only teach him so much, can't you? Anyway, so I've decided to do something a little bit cheeky, a little bit Scandalous. I don't know why I did that. Hello, this is very close. I've decided to do something a little bit cheeky, a little bit out there, you know, a little bit gonna get in trouble. I'm actually not gonna get in trouble, I don't think. I signed up for a free trial of Audible because this is not sponsored. Don't fly Audible. Audible is owned by Amazon. We don't stand Jeffrey Bezos. In this case though, so I can read Percy Jackson via audiobook because Scrib didn't have it, Libby didn't have it, even YouTube didn't have it. Oh, the Percy the Wasp was staring at me. Go away! I would show you him. He's a big boy. It's quite impressive actually. What has he got? He's got something. I'm gonna riot. Have you stolen something? I've also got a matching bookmark because it's the sea. Haha, get it? Because Percy is Poseidon's son in the sea. Ha, so funny. Percy the Wasp wasn't laughing. He doesn't get it because he's a fucking wasp. Anyway, I have to do my makeup somehow with this fucking wasp in here. And I also want to listen to the first, I don't know, maybe hour or so of the audiobook. Oh, I'm getting close to it. Anyway, I need to go. I need to go. I need to go. This wasp is threatening my life. So sorry guys, I've got something to confess. Percy the Wasp is dead. My mum came in and killed it for me because I was hyperventilating because I couldn't do anything because there's a wasp in my room and I'm deadly afraid of them. So goodbye Percy the Wasp, it was nice to know you. Anyway, speaking of Percy's, I have actually read the first chapter of Percy Jackson via audiobook while I was doing my makeup actually. I was listening via audiobook because obviously the Audible thing happened and I was like, I'm gonna grab myself a thingy to Audible. What a good chapter to start with. I feel like if you were doing a try a chapter tag and Percy Jackson was in it, it would probably win because that first chapter is really good. The writing is really good. I like how personal we get with Percy. I also like the fact that he, although is the chosen one in effect, it's kind of like revamped what that means and rewritten what the trope is. If we're comparing it to Harry Potter, which I don't want to do throughout this vlog, I really don't want to do that because obviously they're two different things. But if we're comparing main characters and how both of the books do the chosen one trope, this one is completely different because Harry is like this golden boy, he can do no wrong by Albus Dumbledore, and then Percy is just fucking around in class. And I kind of live for it, I won't lie. But anyway, I've got my equipment out. I'm going to film my summer book haul. I know it's not quite the end of summer yet, but I don't think I'm going to be getting any more books in the time to classify it as summer. And I've got all of the books that I have bought within the last couple months. I actually received these in Books and Matter. Technically I did buy them because I buy the boxes. I don't get something for free. So these are all the books I've been receiving from that book box over the last couple months. It must be like 4 months because there's 4 books here. I won't go through all of them because I'm going to be making a video. I'll link it down below if you want to go watch it and see this in more detail. Just a sneak little peek of what that's going to entail. But if you want to go see the full video of that, it will be down below. But yeah, really enjoyed the first chapter. Thought I'd update you on that because wow, what a first chapter. What a first chapter to introduce us to the series, and also alluding to the fact that Percy's studies of mythology and Greek things Greek people is gonna be relevant in his real life, and that's like a running theme. So it's like 5 stars from me so far. I'm gonna be honest with you, it is really good so far. I had no expectations and somehow they've been reached already. Hello, I'm back in my usual spot. Surprise, surprise. I wanted to give you a little bit of a reading update because I've gotten a little bit further along with Percy Jackson. I am now on page 127, which is chapter 9. I'm making my way through this. I really would like to get to halfway, and apparently Goodreads has claimed I am currently 33% through this, so I can read another like 20-ish, like 27% or whatever today. We only have a couple more days of August left, and I really would like to finish this before September because it's not really a September read for me. But I just thought I'd update you because it's just been revealed that Percy's dad is actually one of the big 3. It's Poseidon. The big 3 are Hades, Zeus and Poseidon, which I am learning as I go. This is a book, I said at the beginning of this vlog, I think, that I don't really know much about like Greek mythology and the gods and stuff, and I was right in the fact that this is definitely a book for people who don't really know that much about it, and it's a very good introduction to that kind of like system and that kind of world because Percy is obviously learning, he does have some base knowledge, which I kind of do have some base knowledge in my head, but he does have some base knowledge, but he is ultimately learning about the gods and their lives and all of that stuff. So we're sort of like learning along with him, if that makes sense. One thing I really want to say, because it's one thing that I really like so far in this book, is the fact that Percy has ADHD and dyslexia. I don't think I've ever read a book that featured a character with ADHD and especially not dyslexia. Like I don't think I've ever read that in a book before. So I really enjoyed that representation in here. I don't think I've ever read anything like with that kind of representation. And the way that Rick Riordan goes about it is the fact that, you know, Percy has these things like dyslexia, ADHD, because he just simply is too powerful for humans. Like, he is Poseidon's son and he just needs to like not be in normal schooling sort of thing. Kind of making the hint that everyone's different. One system of school doesn't fit everyone, which I really, really enjoyed. So the reason why he has ADHD is because his reflexes are really like, you know, he's Poseidon's son, so his reflexes are like better than the average humans, the average mortals. And the reason why he has dyslexia is because his brain just automatically wants to read Greek. English, of course, it's gonna bob off the page, and that's why he thinks he has dyslexia. I feel like that's a good way of getting that into the story, explaining it in a way that's like empowering rather than like debilitating, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that aspect. I thought it was a little bit worthy to mention that in this vlog because it's my opinion, and that is one of my biggest opinions right now, is that like I love how his dyslexia and his ADHD are being managed and are being represented. It's really, really great to see. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I love the writing style of this and how it's so chill, and how Percy is directly talking to us and he's just like this chill teenage boy. I just like the vibe, you know? I just like the way it's written. I think it's so easy to listen to. It's really easy to read, really easy to get on with and understand. And I just love the characterization of Percy and being in his perspective because it feels so chill. Rick Riordan is such a good storyteller, and doing it through Percy and him being so chill and witty and charming and just like talking directly to us, I just think it's a really good way of storytelling and like performing exposition without you even realizing it. It's really well done. But yeah, I'm gonna be reading a little bit more of this today by audiobook. I did have work last night, I do have work tonight and tomorrow night as well, and I have a morning shift on Sunday, so I'm really hoping that I can sit down on Sunday evening and get this smashed out if I don't have it already smashed out by then. That's my update. That's my first 100-page update. Really enjoying it, and I really can't wait to dive back in. Hello and good afternoon. I haven't actually vlogged in a little bit. I haven't really had the chance. I've still been reading, I just haven't been updating on my progress. As you can tell by my hair, I finally had a chance to wash it, and I'm finally just chilling because I've got a few days off from work and I'm just chilling, just killing, you know, like a villain. So I thought I'd come and update you on some of my reading progress. I'm not really sure how this happened, but I'm now on page 242, chapter 16 of Percy Jackson. They are still on their quest to basically prove that Percy didn't steal Zeus's lightning bolt, and they're going to Hades to try and find it because that's where people think that it is. They've just been to like Medusa's cafe. I think it was a cafe anyway. As soon as Percy met Medusa, like the only thing that he said was, "So, you sell gnomes?" Percy, what is wrong with you? Something is happening with Luke. Pretty sus if you ask me. I think I vaguely remember what happens in this book because I think I've vaguely seen the film. And I just realized this when Luke came back on the screen. I think he came through like a, I don't know what it's called. I think it's called like a hologram maybe, but it wasn't a hologram because Percy could, I don't know, it wasn't a hologram, it was called something else, but he came through and like sent him a message and stuff. And I remember something along the lines of that in the movie, I think. So I'm kind of just like, oh, that's a bit sus. But yeah, so I am going to be continuing this today. I ideally would like to finish this and also edit this vlog and get it uploaded. So that's a lot to ask for of one person. So according to Audible, I have 1 hour and 44 minutes left. I'm sorry that you can see my fucking toe. Ew, no one likes toes. Anyway, Audible says I have 1 hour and 44 minutes left. I am listening to this on 2.5 speed. I think I'm about to do actually, which is pretty exciting, which I can do while listening to my audiobook. And it's technically bookish related because the thing is bookish. Like, the thing I'm about to do, it is bookish merch, sort of. I got this when I was like, I don't know, 7 or something. And I've been putting loose change in like ever since. I've had it for a long time in my room. So much so that the top of it is like unbelievably dusty. Like, look at that, it's disgusting. Anyway, I'm gonna empty this today. I'm gonna empty it and see how much change is in this because I've had it for so long and it is ridiculously heavy. I'm planning on moving out and getting a car and driving and doing my driver license and lots of big life adult things, and I need money for all of that stuff. So what better time to empty this and listen to my audiobook and sort out all the change and finish Percy Jackson. That's the plan for today. I'm excited because I get to see how much money I've got in here and how rich I am. How exciting. How bloody exciting is that? And I'm gonna finish this on Audible. What a lovely day. What a lovely day. I'm gonna be honest, I think this was very anticlimactic. I think this was so anticlimactic, but I'm still gonna count it. That's a lot of saving for no payoff. Maybe I'll just stay in bed and read. Maybe I'll just stay in bed and read. I don't know. I'll see. This scene got me fucked the fuck up. So if the gods fight, I said, well, things aren't the way they did with the Trojan War. She put her head against the backpack Ares had given us and closed her eyes. I don't know what my mum will do. I just know I'll fight next to you. Why? Because you're my friend, stupid brain. Any more stupid questions? Either they're really good friends or we're about to get some Percy Beth. Either way, I'm happy. Hello, it is now a bit later in the day now. I have got a cut on my hand because of that bloody tin, but I wanted to update you and just say that I am now on chapter 20, which is page 320 of Percy Jackson. I'm about to sit down in my bed. As you can see, it's all comfy and laid out for me. I'm about to sit in my bed and finish this so that I can say that I'm done and I can give you an update and I can edit my vlog. I would kind of just take an educated guess and say this is the climax because it has just been revealed that Percy, of course we knew that Percy wasn't the actual thief who stole Zeus's lightning bolt or Hades' helmet, and apparently it's Percy's job to write this and to get everything back into order. In this book, Percy Jackson is 12. Why is it his responsibility? I have found throughout reading this that I just feel like some of the plot points, it is like a YA book, so I probably should have like expected this going in, but I do feel as though like some of the plot points are happening just because of the story and to like further the plot, and it's so obviously constructed to just like be convenient to move the plot forward. Like for example, they find out this Lotus casino that just makes you be there for a long time, like a longer time than you think. And so they spend like 5 days there. And then coincidentally, after they get out of the casino, after Percy magically just remembers about his task, remembers about Hades and stopping the war between the gods, it's suddenly only 1 day until their quest. And just things like that have just been kind of getting on my nerves a little bit. I understand that it's YA, I understand that it was written a long time ago, and I understand that Rick Riordan has flourished more as an author since this book, but my god, do things just happen for the convenience of the plot. Oh my goodness. We still don't know who is going to portray Percy because there was like a myth, a legend, something like a riddle or something where it said that Percy wasn't gonna be able to like save or make a sacrifice in the end. Who's gonna betray him? I kind of already know. I think I know who it is. I think it's gonna be Luke. I think. Let's just read the end and we'll see if my predictions are right, shall we? I completely just lied to you. I'm actually on page 334, which isn't much of a difference to be honest. I think I might read along with the audiobook, but I will feedback on my opinions and thoughts and stuff as they're happening. So I'm very excited and nervous and oh my goodness. Fuck Gabe, right? Fuck his stepdad. We're gonna see Zeus. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Percy is a brat. I mean, this does not come naturally to you, does it? Oh my god. Percy's got all these daddy issues. Wait, is Medusa's head in the fucking package? Stop. Yes, it is, right? Oh, Percy just wants the best for his mom. Percy's mother's a fucking boss, dude. Where are you going? I hope they make good enchiladas. I miss Grover already. Of course the Aphrodite kids are all in their Gucci suitcases and makeup. What the hell? Luke's going rogue. He's littering. I'm done. I finished it. So I just finished Percy Jackson. It is done. It is gone and done. It took me a lot longer than I thought it would, but that's probably because I was vlogging it. I probably would have finished this a lot sooner, not gonna lie, if I wasn't vlogging, which is kind of like a blessing and a curse. But I have enjoyed my time reading this and vlogging. So at the end of this, we actually had some kind of hinting the fact that Luke is gonna be like a morally grey character, which I kind of called because I think that I've seen the first Percy Jackson movie, which I think is like a mixture of the first and the second book. So I think the things that I've said, I've kind of like spoiled myself for the second book because it happens in the second book, not the first one, because they kind of like fuse them together in the movie to make like a more interesting movie, because to be honest, not a lot of action happens in this book. And I think that's one of the problems I had, was the fact that the pacing felt kind of off. There was hardly any action and there was loads of action. And I mentioned this kind of in my Goodreads review. I didn't give it like a fully 4 stars. I ended up giving it a 3.85, rounding up on Goodreads to 4 stars, just because of those two things. But the pacing was slightly off, and also I personally felt as though there could have been a lot more like creativity and not just like coincidental event like I was talking about earlier with the casino. Overall, I think this is a very good start to a solid series. It's a very solid read. It is kind of helpful that Percy is so oblivious to the Greek the Greek world, basically. We're learning about Greek mythology with Percy, and I think that's a really good way to introduce the story. Percy as a character and his voice and how Rick Riordan like writes him and how he subverts the chosen one trope and being a hero, it's just like, that is chef's kiss. That is all golden. And I really enjoyed how we are learning alongside Percy and how he is so new like us. It makes it so that everyone can enjoy this, not just people who know lots about Greek mythology, although I do think that obviously having that cultural capital and having the knowledge before going into this would make it just a little bit better. Don't be put off if you feel like you're not into that you can't enjoy this, because you can. I also love the dynamic that Percy has with other characters. So he bounces off Annabeth and Grover really well. I also love the fact that he stands up against the guards, mocks them and questions them and stuff, and it makes for some really funny moments in the book. Again, the suggestion that Luke is morally grey is hinted at the end of this book. So I think that's going to carry on into the next book, maybe even the next book, or just the future of the series. And I'm really excited to see how that, develops in future installments. Overall, it was a good read. I really did enjoy myself. I truly loved the characters in the story. I do think it was a little bit basic, but I think there's some things to note when reading all YA fantasy or books in general, is that these books are made for children, and my inner child was happy with what I read. But from like a sophisticated reader point of view, there are some things wrong with it. But it doesn't mean that you can't enjoy it, doesn't mean that the desired audience won't enjoy it, and I'm sure that they would, and they have done, because it's a very, very successful book. Not to mention that Rick Riordan has probably developed, and I'm sure this series will just keep getting better and better as he gets better as an author, and I'm really excited to see that as I delve more into the Percy Jackson world. Well, there you have it. I finished the book, which means I have now finished my vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this vlog, please give a massive thumbs up and subscribe. There are plenty more reading vlogs to come, maybe specifically of Percy Jackson. I might read the rest of them and vlog them, so let me know if you'd also want that as well. But for now, I hope that you enjoy any books that you pick up or any productive activity that you manage to do, and I will see you next time. Goodbye! Outros are hard. I make a hole myself every time. It's so awkward. Goodbye.